We are back from the weekend here on Showbiz Daily, Sammy Flex TV, and the gentlemen are also here for us to do our business. And when we come back like this, then you should know that we have to look at some of the stories happening in our space. My name is Sammy Flex. In the studio, Roland Amate is here from Shatta Movement Empire. Roland Report on YouTube and Roland Report on the .com. That is RolandReport.com. And at the extreme end, in Team Dodo Solomon, is also called Chemo. And Chemo is also from Sammy Flex TV as our online manager and in Team Dosu Digital Solutions. As it stands, I know some of the weekend stories will be appearing in, and some of the hard-hitting stories will also be coming up. Until then, let me also say thanks to man like Buju Lens doing production for us, as well as Theophilus Digosh Ogatio also running things for us behind the scenes, so you can also enjoy what we do here. Now, this is what you have to do. Subscribe to us, put down your commentaries, and be part of those who are enjoying what we have here on Sammy Flex TV. So within some few minutes, we are sure going to discuss some of the stories. Now, Esther Smith concert has finally happened. And as it stands, I never knew that when it comes to some gospel music or some gospel shows, you would see many people who are even not touted as Christians running to such a place. At Esther Smith concert here, the one in Accra, I hear it is now left with Takrady. So he decided to do Kumasi, Accra, and Takrady. And both shows have recorded some huge successes, leaving Takrady to also do its magic. Now the Accra one is where our focus will be today. The success was clear. Huge numbers. Everywhere you go to, someone was talking about it, be it a non-Christian or not. Now, one person who is not happy with the concerts, despite the general reviews, is Lady Prempeh, a colleague gospel artist. Now, according to Lady Prempeh, she was called to be part of the show, billed to perform, did dress rehearsals, everything on the day. She went there, and from the beginning of the show to the end, her name was not called until the end, where equipment and instruments were being removed. That was when someone mentioned her name. As it stands, nobody has even reached out to her to say sorry or anything. She is not a happy person. So we will commend Esther Smith for the success, but in this report, how are we going to also handle this? I'm sure you guys have seen the video, right? You guys have seen the video?
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys have seen the video, then let's go watch let's make others also see it as well. Then when we come back, we are sure going to have a conversation.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you might be. My name is Lady Prempeh, and this is the very first time I'm doing something like this. But this needs to be addressed. Masubu, my fans, Lady Prempeh, what happened? It's all about Esther Smith programmer, or Friday, Ichemi. So, this is what happened. And Krofose Mantunyum Namewoho, what really happened? So, 5 months back, and Esther Smith, a friend, said, obey a program, Ghana. Now, obey bi Kumasi, Accra, and Takrady. Until obey me for all the 3 shows. Until me maoni management kasai, until asiene by. So, fast forward 3 weeks back, and minyanti from the management said, yesi program no nipa ne doso. Until yen choose one of the regions, and me choose Accra because ne no beboa me. Until afei na aka rehearsal ene ochna ene ade manti omonka wo ho management try aso oni omo bema ye date omama yen kopim se koba se on the day of the event, which is Friday, no, you see a dress rehearsal inti na ewo se ye nyina ye jai de be ye eya no pano na ye call for the rehearsal. Inti me call dress rehearsal somewhere around 12 to 2 p.m. nyina na me wo Perez Dome ho. After me rehearsal no wie no na kasa ne nyemu no anopa be ye se anopa pa na one of the performers mean to me mboni din ewa ha. Jam a voice note say, lady, at the program no baby one because almost send me advert be video advert be na unni so udi ni so picture ni so inti mana and me responded, but I was like, okay, be one of those things na and it be omure feeding, okay. Prior to that, so a week before, omone my manager ekasai. So that meant say I was part of it. And omasaka say membra dress rehearsal no. Inti me call dress rehearsal no wie. Ye de meye bia to get there. And I made back to my house a baby dress in any me call event no. Me event na say tiase. The only time I afraid me no, I'm cool stage no so no. Na ye tutu niema. I just say yapon program no. So I wasn't called to perform on the day. And this is exactly what happened on the day. So me fans, me say mumum fan chemi. And yes, Lady Prempeh, ye the two program so one compare for me and BB. This is what happened. I was just not called to perform. That's what happened on the day. Until now, Menti Obianka, both from Esther Smith and the manager and the team, Menti as I record this video. Thank you.
Well, so that was Lady Prempeh. And Lady Prempeh, if you have been following Ghana gospel music industry, she's also a big name in the Ghana gospel music industry. And at the moment, she is not a happy person. Well, I have commended the organizers, congratulated them for all the beautiful things I saw. I even wanted to be part of it, but the Accra date missed me. So last Friday, whilst I was saying, if I had known that it was that Friday, I would have rushed after work to go see how things were done there. But briefly, let me come to Roland. This report and the beautiful things we are seeing, how do we marry them?
Well, I would want to say it's normal, but of course, I wouldn't also be fair to Lady Prempeh and her team. Of course, when some of these things happen and you are the receiving end, we all know how painful it is when some of these things are meted out to you in that light. I believe there were red flags even after the first communication, but as people in the space, and we know how sometimes the informal way of doing stuff dominates even our dealings. We sometimes, or most of the times, seem to ignore the red flags and still have the hope or still have the intention of the thing actually happening. From the first communication, like she said, she was contacted 3 months ago, which was the right thing for any team to do if you want the services of such big names in the industry like that to grace the occasion. However, after that particular communication, what were the other conversations that went on that probably her team did not like, or they were trying to put in place that were not coming forth? And she also made mention of the fact that, okay, right after they spoke to her team after she agreed to play the concert, they spoke to her team and made the necessary arrangements. Now, from 3 months through to the event day, what were the communications that your team were having with the people? And of course, she also said that her team was trying to reach out to Esther Smith and her team, but the communication was not coming as smoothly as that. And that was a huge red flag. Even to the last day, I believe the final warning that she should have also done and also advised herself was the last one that her colleague even called her to ask her why she was not even part of the promo.
When the person saw
exactly this is something that you can't overlook. And for what is worth, Lady Prempeh is not an upcoming or a newbie in the space for you to say that okay, there are people that we use their face to sell shows. Lady Prempeh's face equally has that kind of public appeal, especially if we are talking about the gospel fraternity. Yes, Lady Prempeh's face also has that gospel appeal, or like that appeal, which is why you would even want to even call on him in the first place. So the first, after the first communique, the first red flag was the fact that she was then asked to choose between the Accra and Kumasi show, which one she would want to play, because there are lots of people now coming in or are being built for the show. That was the first one. She then decided, okay, let me.
That was the first red flag.
That was the first red flag.
You should have seen that the way you've been.
No. Jinaye, because there is the probability that per priority, some people may be treated better than others. And for them to have called you to actually choose, then it means that, like, so, and even from that day, I look at the day, a concert of this magnitude, the day we know that you people, when it comes to the gospel space, like, they are ever ready. They play week in, week out, so we assume they are always ready. But then, for a show of this magnitude, when you were contacted 3 months ago, and you only did a rehearsal, and not couple, it's not just a sound check, no you. Okay. We call it sound check. Yeah. On the day of events, this rehearsal is done 2 days or 3 days or even to the event. On the day of event, it is your sound that you are going to check and make sure everything is in order for you. So she just went to do sound check. And me, I am not surprised that it's happening this way. Some people wouldn't agree with the way she's coming out to do it and say, why didn't she reach out to...
I'm sure they are saying she's killing the
hype around it. And why wouldn't you rather reach out to the people and say, or maybe ask them the reason why some of these things happen? She's a top dog in the game. And I believe that as much as you would have wished, say, or be contacted Esther Smith in the team, no, on why this particular treatment came to her. You can also question Esther Smith and her team that this is somebody that is respected in the space. Why was she also treated in that particular manner? Because if you saw the respect of you calling her 3 months ago, and I believe you even want to take her off the event, there was the need for you. Don't come with the excuse, say, oh, we are done with it. Probably we are going to other regions and we would want to. No. Either ways, you still owe her that respect, that courtesy of communicating to her to let her know that okay, maybe we have a Takra Day or a Sunyane coming up, and we might need your service for that. We thought we could use you, so let's use these people. You still need to communicate, show her that level of respect, and that's it. It's unfortunate, and I believe this particular statement there, it is a letter to Esther Smith and her team for that treatment, for the fact that she's not happy with the treatment, and also to her fans, because gospel for so some people are built for shows, they are treated badly, so because of that, most people even don't want to show up self.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, Roland is an event person, and he thinks that the treatment meted out to Lady Prempeh was not a favorable one. But then again, you go to Chemoto to listen whether he agrees or not to this particular issue from Lady Prempeh. Chemo,
give her signals so that she will now know that they don't need me, so I just have to sit at home. And unfortunately or fortunately, she also ignored all the signals to tell her that we don't need you here, or maybe we have changed our minds, we don't want you to come. She didn't pick it up, or she also decided not to pick it unless they tell her straight. So she was also playing along. It could be like that, or genuinely she couldn't get it, that she missed it. In fact, I'm even suspecting the colleague calling her that you are no more part of it is even part of the scheme, just to tell her that hey, we don't. Yes. Because if you have to call somebody about her not being part of the promo, you should call the organizers first. Why didn't you add Lady Prempeh? So you have information to tell Lady Prempeh.
Yeah.
Like
according to her, the person was also a performer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it could be that they even sent the person to tell her that we don't need you here, but the person couldn't also give it direct, and instead said that, oh, are you not coming? I haven't seen you on the promo. Why should you ask her, but rather not the promo organizers? When you have access to them. So I think that one too was another way of telling her that you will not be part of this event. So sit home or just come and enjoy. And still she ignored it. Them calling her for the rehearsals, I think she asked why is she not doing rehearsals or and then they say, oh, come. That's what happened. I wish that you will get her to interview her. Yes. Yeah. And I'm sure she will say that she asked and they said come. And then that's where my other philosophy of Eduane Abedi Yemfreno will come in. I think for her to get a solid case without them even defending themselves in any way, on the day of the event, the time that she's supposed to go that they were not calling, she should have also approached and say, hey, you call me here, when am I also performing? Just for you to sit down hoping that they will call you. No, if you were like ready to perform at that day, like on that day, approach them and say that, hey, you call me here, when am I performing? And let them tell you that no, today you are not performing. Then you have a solid case, because this time they will run away or they will say something in the line of, oh, we forgot, or oh, but the point is, said the rule and kind. This lady, she's been in the game for a long time, and she's also famous in her own right. So you can't just ignore her and say that you forgot. And no emphasis, but they still have that room to say it. Whether you agree or not, it was an oversight.
Yeah, that's what they will say.
Yes. Yes. It was an oversight. So for you to seal that loophole that they will use, approach them and after doing rehearsals, then you even have like more reason to tell them that, hey, I came for the rehearsal, so when are you calling me to perform? For them to tell you point blank that no, we don't need you on this platform, then you have solid thing to say without them getting a defense. So I think they didn't treat her well, but she couldn't finish the game. They have a loophole to say that it was an oversight. Just that I will still agree that they didn't treat her well. Yeah, for sure.
Lady Prempeh is one of the very known gospel musicians who did gospel secular collaboration when she did a song with Sammy. That song became really, really big. She's been around, not very active, but of course you can't ignore her name in gospel conversations here in Ghana. On behalf of Team Esther Smith, we want to say we are sorry.
It was an oversight.
And I'm sure her feeling is the fact that nobody has even reached out to tell her anything. And that should also be a bad thing on the part of Team Esther Smith. Please, if anybody is watching this and has any connection to the team, let them reach out to Esther Smith. Lady Prempeh. Saying sorry will not kill anything. I'm sure that will also heal her pains, and that is what I pray we all do. Now let's move on to the next business, and we are in a political season. The last time I checked, I saw a flyer of a certain show, and they said some 90-something days to the elections, and I said, wow, that's very, very close. We have about 96 or 94 days, and elections will be here. And when it happens like that, all politicians will be taking advantage of every opportunity to raise some awareness and some attention for themselves. And latest is a video that I've seen from Kofi Akpaloo, Jebo's man. Kofi Akpaloo is the presidential candidate for LPG, That is the name of his political party.
Petroleum
gas. No, because of Chemo, I thought everybody knew it. Let me be sure and mention. I thought everybody knew it, but Chemo has given me caution that I'm coming. Let me LPG party. It has come. Let me give you Liberal Party of Ghana. Liberal Party, not LPG gas. LPG is Liberal Party of Ghana. So let me continue. Kofi Akpaloo is the flag bearer. I hear sometimes he even struggles to get some of the constituents people to represent and all that. But still, I know some of my guys who have been their
part
MPs
of
before.
Yes,
no, they were actually MPs for his party. Baron someone. Baron someone and his people. They have all been there. Now, in this video, Honorable or His Excellency Kofi Akpaloo was on Hits FM, and when he was asked a question about the showbiz industry and whether he knows some of the people, he mentioned Shatta Wale, and what he said has gotten social media talking. People are saying that was it being real, or once again it is one of the political antics that we are used to. Let's listen to what Honorable or His Excellency Kofi Akpaloo said.
You know, I love Shatta Wale because he really understands the game. He understands the industry that he works in. But a lot of people don't understand him. You know, sometimes you have to create the controversies. You know, the more you create controversies, the more you become relevant in the system. So I love him. I love him because he really understands the industry that he works in.
Okay. Chamo, so that was Mr. Kofi Akpaloo telling us his love for Shatta Wale. And once again, the conversation is ongoing. Is it real, or was he being real, or fanfooling? Let's see something, or let's say something that will make his fans and himself charged up for us.
Oh yeah, this one I won't doubt Mr. Akpaloo, and besides he's a businessman, and he's been in business for a long time, and he is a successful businessman.
True.
He has created some businesses before, and it was successful before even venturing into politics.
Yeah.
So for the way he said it, I mean, it's so obvious that he's genuine. He is talking about Shatta Wale knowing what to do to get his constituents or his people charged up and get what he wants. It's a form of knowing what the people want, giving it to them so that you succeed in business. So it can't be a lie, or he's just saying something for people to feel good. Even if that's the case, he said it right. And Mr. Akpaloo, being a businessman, I don't think he will just say anything like that. So I think it's real, and he's saying it based on what he has seen. He may not like Shatta Wale's songs. He may not like other stuff about Shatta Wale, but he's recognizing the fact that Shatta Wale knows what he's doing. That's what you take from something like this.
Yeah.
He was so specific that the guy can create some controversies for you to talk about him. He's always in the news and he's winning. That's what the guy is saying. So it's besides other things that you can say that no, he was just saying it because he knows Shatta Wale has the number. Yes, it's part of it.
Okay.
Shatta Wale has the numbers because of his antics or his business plan that he's using in the game.
True.
So I mean, this one I don't know who will argue, because this is straightforward thing and you can get it from what the man is saying. I mean, some of us, I started paying attention to Shatta Wale because I heard that he stopped music and went to learn somewhere. He went to Jamaica and came back.
This story.
Yes, and I was so impressed that somebody can just stop music, went somewhere, go and learn and then come back. So I want to know more about this guy. That's how I got to know Shatta Wale, or I paid attention to Shatta Wale's craft. So the same way Mr. Akpaloo may be thinking, this guy, the way everybody is talking about him, why? What is working for him? For him to also get in love with him. And in fact, I can share many stories, people saying in a way that they started paying attention to Shatta Wale, not because of his music, but other things. And then later they came to love the music as well.
True.
So this one, I don't see that. I can't imagine how you argue that the man was lying or he was just saying something to make some people feel good. Even if that's the case, he said it in the right way. And you can't argue against it because what he said is the truth.
True.
Even if you think that he is the one, he's just saying it like that. He has seen something that's working and he's using it to also sell his message.
True.
So for me, I think he was on point and is the truth. Shatta Wale knows how to do the business when it comes to entertainment business or music business. He knows it. And he's using his knowledge to his advantage. And he's winning with it, whether you like him or not. You can't ignore him. That's the point. That's the point.
His antics or his business plan that he's using in the game.
True.
So, I mean, this one, I don't know who will argue. Because this is straightforward thing and you can get it from what the man is saying. I mean, some of us, I started paying attention to Shatta Wale because I heard that he stopped music and went to learn somewhere. We went to Jamaica.
You are telling this story.
Yes. And I was so impressed that somebody can just stop music, went somewhere, and go and learn and then come back. So I want to know more about this guy. That's how I got to know Shatta Wale, or I paid attention to Shatta Wale's craft. So the same way Mr. Akpalu may be thinking, this guy, the way everybody is talking about it, why? What is working for him? For him to also get in love with him. And in fact, I can share many stories, people saying in a way that they started paying attention to Shatta Wale, not because of his music, but other things. And then later they came to love the music as well.
True.
So this one, I don't see that. I can't imagine how you argue that the man was lying or he was just saying something to make some people feel good. Even if that's the case, he said it in the right way. And you can't argue against it because what he said is the truth.
True.
Even if you think that he is the one, he's just saying it like that. He has seen something that's working and he's using it to also sell his message.
True.
So for me, I think he was on point and is the truth. Shatta Wale knows how to do the business when it comes to entertainment business or music business. He knows it. And he's using his knowledge to his advantage. And he's winning with it, whether you like him or not. You can't ignore him. That's the point. That's the point.
I see. So you don't see it as someone who is putting in some political flames?
Not at all. Not at all. Because what he's saying, you can verify it. You can try to analyze. Yes,
issues that he was raising.
Exactly. You can analyze it and you see it. And being a businessman, I mean, he will say what will get people coming to him. So even if you are taking it in that direction, he said it in the right way.
Well, let's move on to Roland Amate, who is obviously a part of the Shatta Movement empire. Let's listen to how they received this. When they heard or saw this video, how did they receive it? I want to believe Shatta might have seen this. Well, he's an online person, always online checking stuff.
Mr. Prempeh.
Yeah, particular man. Yes, how do you also receive this? And especially being a part of the Shatta Movement.
Well, I first, when the moment I saw this, my first reaction was, this is a politician commending another politician.
I love this.
Yeah.
Politician commending another politician. It runs in the blood.
Of course, you see, as you know, the reason why somebody can tell you that, oh, my party may be in opposition, but me, I am not in opposition, because they know themselves. They know the rules they play with. They know how the game runs, and in their field, they know how to capitalize on those numbers that you may not regard. They know how to milk gold out of nothing, and that is what Shatta Wale is always about. You see people giving him mad love. You see people always dying to see him. You see people patronizing whatever he's selling. And it is not because, okay, he's more special than any other person. But it is because he always finds a way to give the people what they want. And that is the politician strategy. Yeah. You want to hear free education. They will tell you. You want to hear that, oh, he will come from the sky. They will give it to you. And that is it. It is always about letting the people feel cool. It is always about giving the people what they want. And in their field, that is what they do. And they are seeing somebody replicating the same formula in a different discipline. Yeah. In a different discipline, and it is working for them, or it is working for the person. And that is what he is recognizing. That Charlie, in our space, in our political arena, we always admire the people that are able to control the numbers. The last time ex-president Mahama went to a chairman, that the videos that we see online, crazy numbers. Yes. Crazy numbers. And this is somebody that is in opposition. And you see, Apalu is also like somebody who is also standing for election, like he's also a politician in the same way. And when he sees those things, he admires. These people, they admire how their colleague politicians are able to control and run the space like that. It is as simple as that. And when they see somebody do it in a different space, in a different discipline, whilst probably they may not have the same resources that they are using in their discipline, and you can't do anything but to admire and to appreciate. And that is what they are doing, because in an entertainment space, how many people are controlling? Me, I always say that Shatta Wale is a politician in the entertainment space, because the kind of followership the politician will gather is the same Shatta Wale has in the space. Yeah. From the ordinary to the elite, to the middle class, to even the most famous or the richest. His followership cut across. Yeah. And that is what a politician has. Yeah. If a politician wants to go for an election, they know who they will go for campaign money. If a politician wants to have some kind of how do we call it, meeting with the people or certain people that will take decision for the population, like the whole population, they know we have to go for the elite, the middle class, and all those people for us to have a discussion. And if they need the votes for the people, they know where to go to run to. That is when near Banchi 4 o'clock, a politician will appear and they will pound for you. They will pound for you. You understand? You need people to clean your gutters. A politician will appear because they know how to do things that will make you feel good, for you to also love them. And that is what Shatta Wale has. Look at his followership. You always hear testimonies. Last night he was on a Twitter space with his fans talking about Safa and other matters. And you should hear the kind of testimonies that people were giving about Shatta. And most of them, some of them were not even about, like, once in a while, Shatta Wale's song will come into the conversation. Oh, your song, I listened to this song. It is always something that he said or he did that motivated them. Somebody said he's created a distribution and publishing company out of Shatta Movement. Wow. And it is out of that he even came to love Shatta Wale's songs. Wow. You understand? So it is always something that he is doing or he has said. Yes, we have the people who are following him because they are moved by his music. Those people are there, but it is a whole package of which there are other branches to it that others are also loving from different angles. So, from what the man is saying, it is true. Whether he's saying it for political point or whatever, or to win for a love from Shatta Wale's followers, that is what politics is about. That is what politics is about. If you want to see it as fair, it is the truth. If you want to see it as foul, it is what politics is about. It is either you do same or you pack yourself and sit somewhere. And Shatta Wale as a person or a colleague politician as that, he understands what the man is talking about. That is why as a musician, he is able to perform Mahama Paper on NDC platform, Nanaka Lipo on MPP platform, and he doesn't get into any trouble as far as, because he knows his colleagues.
I forgot this Nanaka Lipo song.
Nanaka Lipo. Say Mahama Sedia. Mahama paper. You see?
I forgot.
So you see, he is connected with his colleague politicians. These are politicians that are talking. Yes, before the one in Yanko before. So they are connected. So me when I saw the video, that was my first reaction. Said this is a politician who is acknowledging the effort of another politician.
No, be on there and let me do this with you. Listen.
Baumie babefa afiense na hinche. Baumie babefa afiense na hinche.
And this is legendary high life musician Ofori Amponsa.
Yeah.
And the people are making fun of him. I'm too surprised. Like, okay, what are they making fun of? Is it the song Baumie babefa afiense na hinche? Or it is the fact that another John is here. The politicians have got it. Like which one are they mocking him about? Is it because of how he was singing the song? Another John is here, or what exactly? Bro, we are closing with this.
It's all of the above. It's all of the above.
And there was a Pietus who is also
in the mix,
a known producer for producing Nanado's hit songs. He did the one Lumba Day, Nana Irina. Pietus did it. After he did another one. And I think Ampon's cried on YAB some time ago for him as well. And he was in the picture. Yet people are still laughing. Laughing about what? Or laughing over what exactly? Well, we are closing the show with this. Real quick one.
They are laughing because some are laughing because they don't agree with the tangent that the musician is going. That is his choice of like. That's why they are laughing. To them and where they stand and their belief. But to me, so when you come and say about Befa, they will just make mockery of you and ask you, oh, about Befa they.
Oh really?
Yes, that's why some people are laughing. Others are also laughing because they are seeing okay another person in the creative art space, and this one a top dog as that being used by politicians. And we all know majority of the people in the space that are being used by politicians are always in, like the next day they come and they are bitter about one thing or the other. So and some people are laughing because okay, is this another one of those people that will come tomorrow and come and complain? What is his motivation? Is it out of self-will? Because last time somebody was also telling me that why did the Nero X do a song for the NDC, but when they were doing their youthful why at UPSC, they went to call only the boy to come and perform, and he didn't call Nero X. You understand? And the understanding was that Nero X actually did his own thing for the love he has for NDC. He was not commissioned to do anything. So some faction will laugh asking the question that, are you doing it because you are commissioned to do it, or you are doing it because of the love? If you are doing it because you love the party, please think twice. It is just like going into a certain relationship. You go with your leg, not your heart.
One leg in,
one leg out. Because a bit in magic bat anytime, and when it does, the way I hear Baumia about the father, the same way Baumia wafa fatwa. We don't want to hear Baumia wafa fatwa. And that's it. And the last section of people are laughing because of the way the song is coming, like the presentation, the way the song is coming out in its raw form like that. When you are in the studio or you are closer to these musicians or creatives, always cooking some of these things. When you hear it raw like this, it sounds funny. It sounds funny without any form of instrumentation, any beat. It is just like any ingredients that you are putting together to cook. When you separate them like that, you may not like them. But should appear to open the beats out loud, open all the elements as far as this song is concerned. Definitely. I'm sure when Lumba was recording Anoye Winner, if we had also heard it in its raw form like this, you will laugh like the natural human instinct. Sometimes it will sound funny because of how you probably want to envision it. Is it like when Shatta went to Tim Westwood? Anoye freestyle. You were not hearing the beat. And the raw stage that was coming. Obviously,
Yeah.
You will definitely laugh. But then, if we should put all the elements together, you might probably love it. So that's how it is. So many people are laughing for different reasons, but majority are laughing because they have a different position to what the tangent that he is taking. And I don't know.
Well, I'll be going to Chamo to ask that some of these things, do they even have impact on the elections ahead of us? And again, his thoughts about why many are also laughing online. And that will be the final thing for today. Chamo, picking up from the first one. Do they have impact?
Not really.
Who is winning what?
No, not at all. It doesn't change those, like majority of the people going to vote. No, they know where they are voting and they know whom they are voting for. In this animal way, but it give you awareness or motivation for the decision or more making decision you know where they belong, you know, a motivation for them to even go and vote. Like any power or NPP dada. Now or te enimni who de no kra no like they no ultimately no kra no e mean to aban ma men koto kind of so it's a motivating kind of thing for those who belong to where the song is coming from. But it will not, no one will hear this song and say that, I wanted to vote for Mahama, but because of the song, I'm going to vote for Baumia. Oh no, that one, it won't happen. But it can motivate Baumia supporters to even go and vote. So it's also okay to have songs like that. And why people are laughing, my wild guess will be the fact that in its raw state, like Roland said, sometimes it's funny, but when you get the final product, then you see that wow, this is good. And then again, there's a political twist to it. I mean, there's a political season. We are in it. Like this is it. This is the time for all politicians to make their move. And this time around, Overiamponsa coming from the NPP and the way the thing is raw like that and it's funny. Obviously, the people who disagree will try to make mockery out of it. And that's what is happening here. They are just, whether it sounds funny or not, for them, it will sound funny. Because they disagree with what you are doing. And what can they do to make it useless or worthless, even when it comes out? I mean useless, yes. Even at the time I am Maya, who say what they banned it. But the good side for Overiamponsa and Apietus is also the fact that now people will be anticipating. They want to see the final product and see what they can do with it, or how nice or how good would it be like after the final work. So there's a positive and the negative. The negative is that NDC people will do their best to make mockery of it, or not only NDC but people who disagree. Let me put it that way. So maybe LPG4 and so you're happy with it. You know, I can't just say so for me, I think there's a two-way thing. I mean, people who are doing commentary or whatever they are saying based on where they belong. And then the raw form of it, sometimes, yes, we all remember when Stonebwoy did some Batama Putu thing. Yes, initially it was, it was like a funny kind of thing that people wanted to, I mean, make mockery of, like, just to have fun with it. And then he saw it, took advantage of it, and it became a song, an official song. In fact, it's one of Stonebwoy's hit songs. That is it. So you can make anything out of what is happening. So for me, I think Apietus and Overiamponsa, they have advantage here. The thing is that people are anticipating what they are bringing out. So let's see how it will go. As for the politician using him, I'll disagree with anybody who will go that direction. I mean, Overiamponsa at this time in his career knows what he's doing. even if he is doing it for free. But the way I would now hear about me about the funny dear. Massa. Wame. Debbie. Appear to Zumuno or Munya or my young has on the Miss Cow. Appear to Zumuno or my commission or mono. Before I be rested. Before I will be rested, you know. I mean, or there will be only that the Lumba iron twice. I just send home. Where's the having or Koyago Yanko try her to Debbie? You can't let me or me. I'll be surprised if they will come out and say, oh, we just did it so that they will accept it and for us to get something. No. I am not like experienced people like that. I don't think that one will beat them. Say a new musician being all trying the lack are fine. And in this case, Apietus has done it not only once. Yeah. And he was successful. So at this time he will just tell the hey, move first camera na mnyamamu. Mami nyamamu na mu hesa mopa. And again the money is there. They say incumbent there or no scanner. And you know obviously they will pay for the best who has done it before to do it for them. Even some obeju obia de krana enya Apietus. Like Apietus will be the first on the list. Okay. So for me I think Wame or yes and a Honda film. But the fact that it is raw and then the opposition will try to make mockery of it. That's why we are where we are at this time. Yeah. Well,
we wish Oforiamponsa well. We wish Apietus also well. It is our prayer that whatever they plan to achieve with this, they should go ahead and achieve with it. And again, I can't wait for the full song to come out to see if Balmia Babefano, whether it will make sense or not. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Thanks for coming back with us here on Sammy Flex TV Showbiz Daily. Special thanks to the pundits, Roland Amate from Shatta Movement, Roland Report on YouTube, and RolandReport.com, as well as man like Intimdo Solomon. You can also call him Chemo, our online manager here in Intido Digital Solutions. To Theophilus Digosh and Buju Lens for putting together this content for us as the producers. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll surely see you when we meet again. Subscribe to us. Let's do this on another day. We're out of here. Bye-bye.